Think, your dog is looking at you right now, or they were an hour ago, or they will be tonight when you sit down on the couch, and you probably looked back. Maybe you smiled. Think, maybe you said their name. Maybe you just held the gaze for a second before going back to whatever you were doing. But here is the question almost no dog owner ever stops to ask. Think, what did they see when they looked at you? Not literally. Not the shape of your face or the color of your shirt. What did their brain read in that moment? Think, what message did your eyes send them before you even opened your mouth? Because here is what the science now knows, and what the overwhelming majority of dog owners have never been told. Think, your dog is not just seeing you when they look at you. They are reading you. They are running an analysis so fast and so precise that no human instrument has ever fully mapped it. Think, and depending on how you look back at them, you are either deepening the most important bond in their life, or quietly, accidentally, sending a signal that puts their nervous system on edge. Think, most owners never know the difference. After this video you will. Welcome to. If you want to understand what is actually happening inside your dog's mind every single day, think, subscribe right now, because that is exactly what we do here. Let's get into it. Before we talk about how to read your dog's eyes, you need to understand what their eyes were built for. Think, because it is not what yours were built for, and that difference changes everything. Human eyes evolved for one primary purpose: detecting detail at a distance. We are predators by ancestry. Think, our eyes face forward. They lock onto a target and assess it with precision. That is why we are good at reading faces, identifying expressions, tracking movement across a field. Think, our vision is built for analysis and focus. Your dog's eyes evolved for something different. Dogs are not purely predatory animals. They are social ones. Think, in over 15,000 years of co-evolution with humans, longer than any other domesticated species on Earth, their visual system developed a capability that is, think, when you understand it fully, almost impossible to believe. Dogs evolved the ability to read human facial expressions, not just detect them, not just react to them, read them. Think, in the same way that human infants learn to read the faces of their caregivers. Think, a landmark study from the University of Helsinki used eye-tracking technology to measure exactly where dogs focus their gaze when shown images of human faces. Think, what they found stopped researchers in their tracks. Dogs preferentially focus on the left side of a human face first, specifically the right eye of the person they are looking at. Think, read that again. They go straight to your right eye, your most emotionally expressive feature, the side of the face most closely linked to the processing of genuine emotional states. Think, this is called the left gaze bias, and before that study, it was believed to be a uniquely human behavior, something we do when reading each other's emotions. Dogs do it too. Think, and they do it only with humans, not with other dogs, not with other animals, only with us. Your dog has been reading your emotional state through your eyes for their entire life. Think, the question is whether you have ever learned to read theirs. Keep watching, because what comes next is something almost every dog owner gets completely backwards. Think, and the cost of that mistake is bigger than most people realize. Your dog has no words. Think, they cannot tap you on the shoulder and say, "I am overwhelmed right now," or "I feel completely safe with you in this moment," or "something in this room is making me anxious and I need you to notice." Think, so they use their eyes, not in a vague, intuitive way, in a precise, consistent, biologically hardwired way that is the same across every breed, every size, every individual dog on Earth. Think, once you know the 4 signals, you will never unsee them. And once you start responding to them correctly, your dog will know, at the deepest neurological level. Think, that you finally speak their language. Look at your dog when they are completely relaxed, lying on their bed, dozing in a patch of sun. Think, curled up near your feet with nothing particular happening. Notice the quality of their gaze. Their eyelids are slightly heavy. Their eyes are not wide. Think, the muscles around their eye socket are loose. There is a quality to the expression that can only be described as ease. That is the soft eye. And it is your dog's way of broadcasting a simple message: I am safe, I am settled, I trust what is around me. When your dog looks at you with soft eyes, they are not just relaxed. They are relaxed because of you. Think, you are the reason the soft eye is possible. And every time you recognize it and simply let it exist, without startling them, without calling their name, without disrupting the moment, think, you are confirming something their nervous system needs to know. This is a place I can rest. Now think about the opposite. Your dog has spotted something outside the window. Think, a stranger on the street, another dog, something they have decided they are not sure about. Their eyes go wide. The whites become visible at the edges. Think the muscles around their eye socket tighten. The gaze locks on like a signal that has found its target. That is the hard eye. It is not aggression. It is not necessarily danger. Think it is your dog's alert system activating, their brain shifting from rest into assessment mode. Most owners see the hard eye and either ignore it or tell the dog to relax. Think. Both responses miss what the dog actually needs in that moment. What your dog is doing with the hard eye is asking a question. Is this something I should be worried about? Think, and they are directing that question, consciously or not, at you. Your response is their answer. A calm voice. A soft look back at them. A body that stays loose and unhurried. That tells them, think I have already assessed this. There is nothing here that requires your alarm. This one is subtle. You may have seen it without knowing what it meant. Your dog is near you. Calm. Present. Thing, and at some point they look at you, really look at you, and they blink slowly. Not a rapid flutter. A deliberate, think, unhurried close and open of the eye that seems to take slightly longer than a normal blink should. That slow blink is one of the most intimate things a dog can communicate nonverbally. Think research into canine social signaling has found that the slow blink is a deliberate de-escalation and trust signal. It is your dog saying, in the clearest way their body allows, think I am not a threat to you, and I do not believe you are a threat to me. I am at ease in your presence. I choose to be here. Many owners miss this entirely. Think. It happens quickly and without fanfare. But the dogs that do it consistently, the dogs that slow blink at their owners regularly and unprompted, think those dogs are expressing something that goes all the way to the root of the bond. Try this. The next time your dog looks at you from across the room, hold their gaze softly and blink back. Think slowly. Deliberately. Let your face go warm and loose. Watch what happens. Your dog is in a situation that is becoming too much. Maybe guests arrived and the energy in the house is high. Think, maybe there was a loud noise. Maybe someone is pushing for attention they do not want right now. And suddenly, your dog looks away from whatever is happening, not because they are distracted. Think, not because something more interesting caught their eye. They look away on purpose, and they hold it. That deliberate look away is a calming signal. Think, one of the most important in the entire vocabulary of canine communication. It was first documented in depth by Norwegian dog trainer and behaviorist Turid Rugas, Think, who spent years cataloging the signals dogs use to de-escalate tension in themselves and in the animals and people around them. The look away means I am not comfortable. Think, I am not looking for conflict. I need the intensity of this situation to come down. Most owners respond by stepping into the dog's line of sight, calling their name, reaching for them. Think, trying to pull them back into whatever was happening. Every single one of those responses tells the dog the opposite of what they need to hear. It says your signal did not work. Think, you are not allowed to regulate yourself here. The right response is to honor the look away. Let them have it. Give them space. And when they come back, because they will come back, think. Meet them with the soft eye and let the moment reset. Here is where most owners discover something uncomfortable. You have been responding to your dog's eyes your entire life. Think. You just have not been responding with awareness. And without awareness, some of what you have been sending back has been the opposite of what you intended. Think. Think about the last time you stared at your dog with intense, wide unblinking eyes, maybe playfully, maybe while trying to get their attention. Think. Maybe just because they looked so beautiful sitting there in the afternoon light that you could not look away. To you that was love. It felt like love. It looked like love from the inside. Think, to your dog's nervous system it read as something else entirely. In canine communication, a sustained hard, think, unblinking stare is one of the clearest signals of challenge and potential aggression in the entire visual vocabulary. It is what a dominant animal does before a confrontation. Think. It is what a threat looks like from across the room. Research published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that when dogs were subjected to prolonged, think, intense eye contact from humans, even owners they were closely bonded to, their stress indicators elevated measurably, cortisol rose, heart rate increased. Displacement behaviors appeared. Think, lip-licking, yawning, looking away, lowering the head. Your dog was not being distracted or bored in those moments. Think, they were trying to tell you that the gaze had crossed a line their instincts could not ignore. This is not your fault. no one told you. Think, and the fact that your dog did not snap or growl or leave the room is itself a testament to how deeply they trust you and how hard they work to stay connected to you even when the signals are confusing. Think, but now you know. And knowing it means every interaction from here forward can be different. The right kind of eye contact, the kind that builds the bond instead of straining it, is soft. Think your face is relaxed. Your eyes are slightly squinted, not wide and fixed. Your brows are loose. You are not staring at your dog, you are being present with them. Think. There is a difference your dog has always been able to feel, even when you could not. Do not go anywhere, because point 4 is where the science gets remarkable. Think, and where most owners realize that what they thought was a simple habit has been shaping their dog's emotional world in ways they never imagined. In 2015, Think, a research team from Asabu University in Japan published a study that changed the field of animal behavior science permanently. They brought dogs and their owners into a lab. Think, they measured baseline oxytocin levels in both, the bonding hormone, the same chemical released between a mother and her newborn child during early attachment. Think, then they let the pairs interact naturally for 30 minutes. The result was extraordinary. Dogs and owners who engaged in mutual soft, reciprocal eye contact during that interaction showed a significant spike in oxytocin in both the dog and the human simultaneously. Not just one, both. The gaze loop, dog looks at owner. Think, owner looks softly back, connection registers in both nervous systems at once, triggered a biochemical bonding response that is, as far as current science knows, unique to the relationship between dogs and humans, no other domesticated species, no other animal. Just dogs, just us. Let that sink in for a moment. Think, your dog evolved this capability specifically to bond with you. Over 15,000 years, their biology developed a way to chemically synchronize with yours through nothing more than a look. Think, you are not just their owner. You are literally their biochemical partner. And here is what that means practically. Every time you engage in soft, warm, mutual eye contact with your dog, think, not staring, not performing, just genuinely being present with them, and letting your eyes meet theirs, you are triggering an oxytocin release in their brain. Think, you are feeding the bond at its most fundamental neurological level. You are telling them, in the language their body understands before their mind can process any words, that they are safe. Think, that they are loved, that the connection between you is real and reciprocal and alive. Here is the daily habit. Once a day, when your dog is calm and near you, let your eyes find theirs. Think, soften your face completely. Let your brows be loose. Let your eyes be slightly heavy. Hold the gaze for 3 to 5 seconds, not longer, not forced, just present. Think. And let your expression carry what you actually feel about this animal. You will notice something happen in those seconds. Their body will shift. Their tail will move differently, not the fast, excited wag of playtime, something slower and deeper. Their eyes will soften to meet yours. Their breathing will change. That is the oxytocin loop activating. Think. That is your bodies speaking to each other in a language older than any word either of you will ever know. Do this every day. It takes 5 seconds. Think, and over weeks and months, it builds something in your dog that no treat, no toy, and no amount of exercise can replicate. It builds certainty. The certainty that you see them. Think, that you are choosing them in return. Here is something that most dog behavior resources never tell you, because it requires you to look at your dog not as an animal to be managed. Think, but as an individual whose emotional state is constantly visible to anyone who knows how to look. Your dog's eyes are a real-time readout of their inner world, not a metaphor, a literal, physiological window into their nervous system. And once you understand what you are looking at, you will never be able to unknow it. Think. When the whites of your dog's eyes are visible in a crescent shape at the outer or inner corner, that is one of the most consistently misread signals in all of dog body language. See it and think their dog looks funny or dramatic or sleepy. What the dog is communicating is stress. Active, present, real stress. Think. Their body is holding tension that has not found an outlet. Something in the environment or in the interaction is more than they know how to process right now. Think, when one eye blinks faster or more frequently than the other. Think, research into lateralized brain function in dogs suggests this can indicate the dog is processing something emotionally rather than just physically. Think, that the experience is engaging the emotional centers of their brain more heavily than the analytical ones. And when your dog looks at you steadily, without tension, without urgency, think, without the hard quality of the alert gaze, and simply holds it, that is the highest expression of trust they can offer through their eyes alone. It is not waiting for food. Think. It is not anticipating a walk. It is just being with you. Choosing your face as the thing worth looking at when there is nothing in particular to look at. Think. Research on secure attachment in domestic dogs consistently finds that dogs with the strongest emotional bonds to their owners show significantly more spontaneous, think relaxed gazing behavior toward them throughout the day. Not trained gazing, not cute gazing, just looking, just checking in, just confirming that you are still there. Think. If your dog does this to you, and most dogs do it to the person they are most bonded to quietly, multiple times a day, often when you are not looking back, that is not nothing. Think. That is your dog conducting a continuous, silent, loving inventory of you. Making sure you are present. Making sure you are okay. Think. Making sure the most important thing in their world is still there. The question is whether you are present enough to notice. We have covered 4 signals. We have covered the oxytocin loop. Think. We have covered what your dog's eyes reveal about their emotional health. Now let's talk about the single most common mistake dog owners make with eye contact. Think. Not the staring we discussed earlier, but something subtler, something that happens in the moments your dog needs you most and hits them hardest precisely when they are most vulnerable. Think. Looking away when they need you to stay. Think about the moments your dog is uncertain. A thunderstorm has started. A stranger is approaching. Think. The vet visit is making them hold themselves stiff and low. They are in a situation they cannot fully process and their eyes find yours. Think. Searching for the signal that tells them how to feel about what is happening. And most owners, in exactly that moment, look away. They look at the stranger. They look at the vet. Think. They look at their phone. They look anywhere but at their dog's face. Think. Because the situation is demanding their attention, and the dog is just the dog, and there is too much happening to stop and meet their eyes. Think. What the dog registers in that moment is not "my owner is busy." What their nervous system registers, instantly, automatically, below the level of any conscious thought, is, think. I looked for my anchor and my anchor was not there. Dogs use their owners' faces as a social referencing tool. Think. This is documented extensively in developmental psychology research that maps the behavior of dogs onto the behavior of human infants. Think. When infants encounter something unfamiliar or frightening, they look immediately to their caregiver's face for an emotional cue. Is this safe? How should I feel? Think. The caregiver's face is their emotional compass. Dogs do the same thing. With you. Every time they are uncertain, and every time you are there, every time your eyes are available, calm, soft. Think. Steady. You are giving them something that rewires how they experience that moment. Not just right then. Over time. Think. Because a dog who has learned that their person's eyes will be there when they look for them is a dog who approaches the world with a fundamentally different level of confidence than a dog who has learned that the eyes might not be there. Think. Here is the habit. When your dog is in an uncertain situation, find their eyes before they find yours. Look at them first. Make your face soft. Hold the gaze for just a moment, steady, calm. Think. Unhurried. Let your expression say what your voice cannot always say in a crowded room or a loud environment. You are here, you see them. Everything is accessible. Nothing requires panic. Think. That 5-second moment of eye contact in the right situation does more for your dog's long-term emotional resilience than almost any other single thing you can do for them. Think. Let's bring this all the way home. We started this video with a question. What does your dog see when they look at you? And now you know that it is not just your face. Think. It is not just your shape in the room or the sound of your breathing. When your dog looks at you, they are running a full emotional assessment. They are checking your oxytocin loop. Think. They are reading the tension or ease in the muscles around your eyes. They are looking for the soft eye that tells them the world is manageable. Think. They are checking whether their anchor is present. They have been doing this every single day of their life with you. Think. Think about every glance they have sent your way that you did not fully register. Every slow blink you interpreted as tiredness instead of trust. Think. Every look away you mistook for distraction instead of a request for space. Every moment they found your eyes across a crowded room and you were already looking somewhere else. Think. They were not just looking at you. They were talking to you. In the only language their body knows how to use. Think. The language that evolution spent 15,000 years teaching them specifically for this relationship. Specifically for you. And here is the thing that changes when you truly absorb this. Think. The eyes you have been looking into your entire life, your dog's eyes, were never passive. They were never decorative. They were never just the feature of a face you love. Think. They were an invitation. Offered every single day, in every quiet moment, in every uncertain one, in every ordinary one you almost let slip by without noticing. Think, your dog looked at you and saw their safe place. The only question that remains is whether, from today forward, you will look back with the same intention they have always looked at you with. Think, a study from ERTV's Lauren University in Hungary found that dogs with owners who engaged in regular attuned, think, emotionally present eye contact showed significantly lower lifetime stress hormone levels, higher social confidence. Think, and stronger resilience under pressure than dogs whose owners rarely engaged in intentional eye contact. The difference was not genetics, it was not breed, it was not training, it was a gazy. Think, consistent, warm, present. That is available to you right now, today. Tonight, when your dog finds your face in the room, look back softly. Think, with everything you feel for them visible in your eyes. Because they will see it. They have always been able to see it. That is what those eyes were built for. Think, if this video changed how you see your dog's eyes, even a little, that is exactly why it exists. Every single week we go deeper into the science behind the behaviors your dog shows you every day. Think, the signals most owners spend their dog's entire life missing. The language that has been there all along, waiting for someone to learn it. Subscribe right now. Think and share this with someone who loves their dog, because every dog owner deserves to know what their dog has been trying to say. They have been looking at you this whole time. Think, now you can finally look back.